Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
XRP, go, go, go! Japan and European bulls sent this thing overnight. Look at that green candle they printed for us. That is why we woke up to an 82-cent XRP. And that's what we love to see now, isn't it? And now you can buy 2 X zombies and you get 1 X animal for free. Look at the X animal right here. The best artwork in the game. You know I'm going to list the solo link. I've been talking about this project. This is another project I've been talking about that you need to pay attention to. And then the Bitcoin maxis. Here we go. Get ready. Get ready for a good laugh. Bitcoin Magazine puts it out. Bitcoin's Lightning Network can currently perform over 1,000 times as much transactions as Visa. I should say as many transactions as Visa, but that's a Bitcoin Magazine for you. Interesting, right? What can XRP do, folks? What do you think? Destroys this. There's no comparison. Look what they're comparing themselves to. Solana, Visa, PayPal, and Ethereum. Good job. Hey, Bitcoin Magazine, why don't you throw up the XRP ledger up there? Why don't you compare it to something that's on the same playing field? You're going at the Visa and PayPal? Get out of here. Old technologies, we all know that. And then we come to find out from Representative Bill Huizenga, who serves as a 2nd District of Michigan and a member of the Financial Service Committee. He states that under Gary Gensler, the SEC continues to promote the Biden administration radical environmental agenda. Congress has not granted the SEC this authority. The SEC should remain focused on protecting investors, not pleasing the far left. Please remain responsible. Oh, he's 100% right. Since Gensler has come in, where has been the investor protection? What have they done to protect the investor? Nothing. They have only harmed us, especially XRP investors. We got harmed the most. We got wrecked. Plain and simple. There's no other way around it. We got absolutely destroyed by what the SEC is doing. They are not protecting us. The SEC wanted to protect us. They would have protected us 8 years ago, folks. Not now. Think about that. And then Sandy Young. Yeah, Sandy Young, the managing director of Europe for Ripple. The same Sandy Young that came from MasterCard. Well, guess what? She was just on this little podcast, TED Talks. Ripple tweeted out, why does Europe have a thriving fintech scene? Managing Director of Europe, Sandy Young, joined the Tech Talks Daily podcast to discuss the current trends in the market, including trends in digital payments, crypto adoption, and financial regulation. I'm going to start this at the 6-minute mark. I want you to hear what she says. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes of this, and then I'm going to recap it real quick. Here we go. A lot of people listening that are in the crypto industry, and others that will be nervously watching on the outside. So can you tell the listeners a little bit more about how you enable anyone to send money globally using the power of blockchain technology, and also what makes you guys different from other solutions out there?
Yeah. So, I mean, Ripple was really the first crypto blockchain company with real customers using these products commercially. And today, Ripple works with hundreds of institutions globally, and it ranges really from innovative startups to more established banks. And initially we built Ripple with this primary focus of solving the big cross-border payments problem, right? It's the $130 trillion market. And the legacy method of moving funds across the borders, primarily with SWIFT and correspondent banking, is really antiquated and inefficient. It's really been built with the pre-internet technology and infrastructure, and it has a lot of challenges, right? It's slow, costly, opaque. I mean, it's still, despite there's been a lot of innovation, but despite that, it still takes about 3 days, costs $7 to send, about $100 across borders, and these costs are typically passed on to consumers. And this model also requires financial institutions to pre-fund accounts in different countries, different currencies, which causes around $10 trillion basically trapped, or capital trapped globally. A lot of inefficiency for the economy overall, and this drives up costs and inhibits growth essentially. So on the other hand, essentially with RippleNet, what we've done is we've leveraged the distributed ledger technology to offer a settlement within seconds, a failure rate that is nearly zero, and fees that are about 90% less per transaction than the status quo. And now we're expanding this actually with more enterprise crypto services by leveraging basically what we've built for on-demand liquidity for RippleNet. Late last year, it's been in the news that we've introduced Liquidity Hub, which is essentially a new product that will help enterprises easily and efficiently source a number of digital assets from the broader crypto markets. We've announced our first partner, CoinMe, and we expect a more generally available version later this year.
Fantastic. And I'm quite conscious that we'll have many people listening. Alright, let's stop it right there. Listen to what she says. Why she joined Ripple. They had real customers using the blockchain. They're going after an $130 trillion market, folks. That's huge. They're improving SWIFT and correspondent banking, as SWIFT still takes 3 days. And they are freeing up $10 trillion in trapped liquidity globally. Plus, Ripple's leverage DLT failure rate is near zero, and it's 90% less fees, and it's going to be even cheaper than that. Do you think Sandy Young knows what she's doing while she left MasterCard? Think about that for a second. And now let's get into this lawsuit. Let's get into the first one. Not Ripple related, but guess who? Coinbase related. Coinbase is being sued for selling illegal securities, 79 of them, including XRP. How interesting. I guess at this point, why don't they just relist XRP if they're already being sued for selling it? Doesn't make any freaking sense, now does it? And now to talk about the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, what do we find out here? Well, we find out the SEC has filed its response to Ripple's motion to strike the Mets supplemental expert report. Here's the report. I'm not going to read to you. It's 11 pages. I will sum it up for you though. So, Ripple wants to strike this report. What this report was, this guy came out, knocked the Mets and whatnot. He did a study. He was like, every time Ripple has some positive news and they announced a partnership, the price of XRP went up. He also did a study comparing it to the Bitcoin and Ethereum of how correlated it was. He states that it's only correlated about 40% of the way, that XRP a majority of the time stands on its own. But the response in his report is very important that you pay attention. What he stated was that whenever Ripple made an announcement or announced a partner or someone on RippleNet, that the price of XRP went up significantly. That's a lie. We know that. Think about this for me. I've been here since 2017. I followed all the announcement, and everyone's biggest complaint within this community is whenever Ripple announced someone, the price never moved. Let me know if you agree with me. The only time that I seen the price move significantly was when the MoneyGram deal was announced. But when that deal was announced, we knew XRP was going to be used. So you figured it only makes sense that the price of XRP actually does move. And it only moved about 5% and then it came right back down. There was a quick spike and then a crash. I have never seen in 4 years Ripple come out saying we're working with this bank, or that bank, or this central bank, and the price moved. When Ripple announced the 2 central banks are going to be building, or one of them is going to be building off onto a federated sidechain, and the other one is going to be backing the currency with XRP, the price of XRP still didn't move. So I don't know what this guy is talking about. I think he is out of his freaking mind. And as James K. Filan says, what a poorly written response. It's very repetitive, which is a sign of a weak argument. It wrongly accuses Ripple of failing to follow proper procedure when the failure was the SEC's and almost comedically offers to consent to reopening a deadline for the SEC below. And you know what? He's right. Because think about this. When you're writing a paper, when you think about it, when you were back in school and you had to write a paper that was like 5-10 pages, right?
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.